Hello everyone. I hope you guys are having a great day. So for today's video, I am going to be playing another rapid training game as I am trying to rebuild my chess opening repertoire, and let's get started. So for this week, I am going to be just playing rapid. I was going to do an analyzation this week because I just had a tournament last weekend. However, I haven't really annotated any of my games. So, yeah, I just have to take time to do that. Okay, so we have G3. Uh, I think we are going to play with my plan, which is just um, playing the G6, the modern defense, basically. And we'll see what my opponent is playing. It seems like our opponent is kind of confused. He's like, "Why is this? Why is my opponent repeating my move? Like he's supposed to attack." Well, now I am going to attack. I am going to be playing d5. It maybe could turn this into a Grunfeld. Okay, so our opponent is doing that. Well, we can take the pawn. If it goes Queen A4 check, just going to block it up with C6, and we are fine. So now we're just going to develop normally because our opponent has wasted 2 temples trying to check, and now we're also blocking this diagonal. So and eventually the queen has to waste a move just to move back. So, okay, we have knight C3. So if bishop to E6, I think queen B4 or queen A4. Queen B4 looks is a bit annoying because if queen B6, it could go queen A3 and preventing me of castling. So there's no need to do all of that. So we're just going to castle. As again, now we're having the initiative here. Okay, we have knight to F3. I think this move is now playable. Well, not sure. So we could also just play this. Queen B6, but I'm not sure what to do. I really don't like Queen B4, so I'm trying to figure out what I need to do in this position. Uh, Bishop E6, Queen B4, Queen B6, Queen takes C7, Rook E8, Queen D6, Knight D5, Knight takes D5, Bishop takes D5. It's quite uncomfortable. Sacrifices E pawn, and we'll see how it goes from there. Yep, Queen B4 is going to be play. Now we are going to sacrifice a pawn on because this queen is way too overextended. So we're sacrificing a pawn basically to gain the initiative. Okay, yeah, but he's not going to take that. And but by trading queens, now we're going to an endgame, and I very much favor that. So okay, we have knight to d4, attacking the bishop. Now, ideally, I don't want to go here. Part of it because I would not like to trade the bishop pair to allow white having a bishop pair. But also, if bishop d5, knight takes d5, knight takes d5, bishop takes d5. Okay, I actually don't have to take back. I can just. But that still means that I give white the bishop pair. However, there's another issue is that if I go bishop back to d7, it's probably one of the most passive move I could do. So, but there's another thing. If I go bishop d5, e4 is a move. So then, I think our best option here is back. And then we are going to be playing e5. I think once e5 is played, we should be fine. e5 and then rook to e8. I think we should be fine. And with our knight on b8, we can play knight to a6 and then move to c5 or b4 potentially. So we have bishop to d2. Very interesting choice because I thought that he should have gone bishop f4. But I guess bishop f4 runs into knight h5, but she probably does not prefer. So, but why bishop d2? So we can't develop our knight like right now. We could just do that. We could go e5, which is also another way. We want to just accelerate our development. I mean, we could, right? So yeah, sure. Just develop the knight and see the response. I think white mostly will castle queenside, kingside. I'm sorry. I think kingside. I think castle queenside is probably not the best choice. It is possible, but then playing opposite kings, and also my bishop is staring at this. Is not my best choice. So we'll see. Okay, we have knight to b3. So I guess if I went e5, then white is just gonna go back. So that's fair. That's a fairly hard choice to make here. If I go back bishop e6, and then he's just gonna go knight d. So, okay, say knight b4. I think knight b4, white has a castle, right? Because rook c1 doesn't solve the problem because of knight takes a2. Knight b4, castle. Bishop e6. Knight to d4. Bishop takes a2. Knight takes a2. Knight takes a2. And sure, I am up a pawn. However, my knight is stuck here, and what do I do? But that seems like a very concrete plan I can come up with. So, I could also just go e5, completely preventing this. I could go e5 because But d4 is a move, I guess. Is it a move? It is kind of a move. So. Oh, but then we kind of open up this, right? This up, right? Okay, I think we are knight b4. I want to see. Well, white is pretty much forced the castle. I think that is probably the best solution. This no knight d4 doesn't work here because I just go c5. And now I actually have an interesting decision. I could go e5, but that gets hit with a3. But that can go bishop to e6. And if I go right now, it's knight d4, and things are looking a little bit shaky. I don't know if I like to. I think I am going to play this option. I think I am going to play bishop to e6. I don't know. To me, a pawn is just in the end game, especially, just way too much, and I'm too tempted to take it. Oh, just bishop to e3. That's interesting. So now I could go b. Oh, and if I go b5 now, then knight c5. That's a good move. That's a pretty good move. And the thing is, if I take on a2, knight takes a2, bishop takes b3. Wait. Then nothing happens. But if knight takes a2, knight d4, then that's a different question. But I can take on c3 though. It's a very interesting decision here. I could also just gain the bishop pair, but I think at this point gaining the bishop pair is probably not the best result here. A2, knight d4. I think this is sound. If he goes rook takes a2, I think rook takes a2 is probably the move here. I miscalculate this. Well, actually not really, because rook takes a2, rook a2, knight a2, bishop c3, knight c1, bishop back to e6, bishop takes b6, knight b7, knight d7, and I'm 2. So overall, it's fine. Because bishop takes b3 here works because I'm attacking the knight. And he cannot move here, so he has to move back to c3. Which means that now I can just go b5. Although, that actually comes with... Okay, give me a second. So b5 actually runs into bishop c5, which I really don't like. So... I could also just play knight d7, which is not a thing I could do. Let's play knight, because while playing knight d7, I'm also finally releasing the potential of my dark square bishop. So because the thing is, in this position, if I play b5, bishop c5, I have to trade the rooks in order to protect this pawn. Or in either case, if I give up the file, basically I have to give up, and when that happens, rook b7 is coming, rook a7 is coming, And now this pawn becomes unprotectable because both pawns are being attacked and I cannot protect both. So e7 is pretty good here. Because now I'm also looking at this and white has to do something about it. And then now we are going to be playing, and the thing is, bishop h3 is actually not possible, not a good move because I have e6 blockade now. I blockaded, and yeah, okay, it's playing bishop g5, which is another way, but this way is not as critical as it is. Now, not that at any point this bishop can be trapped, but are we concerned about that? Probably not. But are we going to play e5? Probably not either. Let's play e6. Now by playing that, I can play knight c5. I want to keep this bishop very strong here, and I don't want to go e5, blockading this, because e5 meets with knight e4 or e4 itself, and it's not really looking good. I don't really see a way to push this pawn forward. So, okay, so we have that. We're just going to go rook e8. No, we cannot give this file, so unless we're getting material. So what now? Maybe white's gonna go bishop d6, bishop c7, but again that doesn't do anything because it's the knight defense. That's the number one good thing when you actually defend a piece with it, because then it doesn't matter if that piece attacks again, right? The bishop has moved from here to here to here, and then now to here to here. You see, white has to waste so many tempos, and my position is gonna eventually get better and better. The only thing that the bishop is doing right now is that allows rook a3, okay, but rook a8, but it also prevents me from pushing b4. All right, give me a second. Something's happening. All right, we have bishop to d6. I think this is to be expected. So, we could go knight c5. But now what does knight c5 do exactly? This is my question here, right? Knight c5, bishop c7. b5, knight a4, probably. Let's go knight c5. I really like this move. So, and also I think we gotta do something, right? We can't just sit around defend all day. That is not the style we're playing here. d4 is not possible because our bishop covers. Yeah, and then now if we trade, now our position is fine. We have a bishop pair ahead of us, and we have a pawn too. So if we trade down to an endgame, we're most likely winning. And the thing is, the c5 pawn is not gonna be a weak pawn because we can push on c4 and start trading. And again, white has a very long-term weak pawn on b2 here. And this knight, by moving, solve the problem at all. Okay, that's a really nice move. But now, isn't the pawn not defendable? I have to think here. I want to see what white's doing. I can't give up this file. This file is really, really important. So, okay, we just have knight e4. Oh, this is why. Okay, we are just playing b6. I don't have much time here. And now at least I can go knight b5. I think we can proceed to give this pawn up, if need be. Actually, you know what's nice? Actually, wait a second. Knight. Oh wait. Knight d2. Bishop c5. Well, e4, bishop a2. This pawn is gone. I'd like to go. I would love to go there. Now, if I force e4, that would be the best thing. So. If he trades, we just up a clean pawn, and no, this pawn is still a weakness. So, yeah. And actually, he can't trade because now if he trades, the knight is trapped. Sort of. Sort of trapped. It's yeah, sort of trapped. I mean, how does he have this? And yeah, it's gonna be fine. Oh, lucky we're playing 10 plus 5, so I have time to still talk a little bit while making a move. Otherwise, I would have to really focus on this. But I think we are fine here. Again, if he plays, he really doesn't want to play e4. This is very clear that white does not want to play e4 at all. But okay, just play that. So we're just gonna take. And then we're going to play b5. And now we're picking up this pawn as well. And we have knight d6. Okay, that doesn't trap. Okay, we're just going to capture. Knight b7. We could go here. Rook a1, we have this. We have rook a7. And he can't take on c5 because bishop takes protects this. I could also got out of the pin, but it's probably fine though. Okay, it's going there. Okay, now this is becoming a problem. Yeah, okay, I have to give back one of the pawns. If he takes, I have to take. I think, well, we're still winning, but now it's only by one pawn. Which, of course, is not the best. Oh, wait, what? Okay, I have to go. I have to make a move. Okay, now we're going b4, and we're gonna try our best. I don't know if I should have taken the pawn, but okay, let's go back. Okay, so now we're taking this file now. Should have gone rook d1. So knight a5 is of course a thing, but I think we are fine. Let's go rook d3. This one pawn is probably enough for us to play. I mean, funny enough, knight a5, we have b3, rook a3, b2, and you can't stop the pawn. Let's see. Let's see if he goes knight a5. Knight a5. Good sacrifice the bishop. But is there any need to do that? All right, I'll play. I'll do it. I'll play queen versus versus rook, knight, and pawn. Maybe I could have guaranteed a win just by playing rook c3, but yeah, I don't know. I could have just played rook c3 actually. I think that wasn't necessary. Maybe? I don't know, actually. Okay, let's go. Oh, wait, the knight is trapped now. Oh, nice. Okay, the knight is trapped. Okay, so now we're playing queen versus rook then. Okay, so we're completely winning here. And there's no checks, so you can't protect the knight anymore. Oh. Okay, very nice. Analyze this. I think rook c3 is winning. Okay, b3 was the best move. Okay, b3 is still very likable by the engine. Yeah. And then, yeah, this is force. King g7. And you cannot take this pawn because of... oh, queen e4 check. Okay, that just went straight up. Yep, you cannot take the pawn. After this, like, you have to play something. But this knight, yeah, this knight is being blocked by these two pawns in this square. It's not playable. So... yeah. Okay. Yeah, so now here just has to be knight takes, pawn takes. And yeah, I mean this is not playable anymore because I start getting the king up, and then this pawn is eventually gonna be lost because white has to spend moves. Let's see. I mean, yeah, this is I'm just kind of mimicking this. Let's put the computer analysis and see if we probably did make some like inaccuracy or mistakes, but I think it should be fine. Okay. I'll move my camera really quick. So we have... okay, it's not done. It's not done yet. Okay. Is it done? Yes. Okay. We still have a really good game with 90% accuracy. But we did blunder at some points. Okay, bishop e3 is a mistake. Yeah, this pawn was still equal. So here's why I calculated this. It takes a2, knight takes a2. Okay, it's not good. Okay, knight c2 is a move I completely miss. And if knight d7, yeah. Okay, wow, just knight 8, knight e3. And this doesn't work because you have this. Oh, wow. Okay. So I was better here. So I just go rook fd8. Or how is e5? E5 is fine too. E5 is completely okay move. And what was I scared of? If a3, knight c2, rook ac1, knight back to d4, and now knight takes d4, pawn takes d4, and I have a good position. Yeah. Wait, so e5. Oh, I was looking at bishop e6 as well. Okay, bishop e6 is not as good. Yeah, I also want to take a look at this move. Okay, queen b6 is the best move. Wow, yeah. So you have to sacrifice a pawn here in order to gain the initiative. But c5, I don't see this. Oh my god, c5. Yeah, I was looking at rook e8, queen a3 potentially. If queen d6, yeah, queen d6 is equal. Then you just start playing knight d5 and you gain a ton of initiative. Yep. But queen a3 and I don't see anything. Yeah, knight d5. If captures, it's and it's equal. e4, queen a6. Okay. Yeah, a4. Oh yeah, queen a4, queen a6. And now I have these two center pawns to play around. So then, yeah, black does have sufficient compensation for the pawn. Okay, that was a really nice win. So thank you guys for watching. Next week hopefully I will be able to post my games over the board that I play. Those are very interesting games, and I think I learned quite a bit from it. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.